remain available to the people of Point Fortin. I am there every Thursday at our constituent office once I'm in the in Trinidad, within the country, and in addition to which I perhaps visit at least on one other occasion weekly. Not everyone always knows because you attend to different pockets of matters when you're there. But the point is I'm there at least twice a week. I spend many weekends there. As you know, I have a home there as well. So that I am available. And I wish to see more people. In addition, we're going to open another office, a sub-office for the Member of Parliament in Citrus. It's 95% complete. So that it means that Citrus is quite far away. It's 3 hours from Port of Spain, and I do have national responsibility here as well. But I am there at least, I will be there at least once a month to listen to the views, but the office will in fact be opened every day if we want to. In addition to which, the areas of focus for me have been the hospital. I know that it is difficult for people to accept that it is on stream, that phase 1, which is the transfer of the old hospital to the temporary site so that we may in fact demolish the existing building and turn the sod and start the new building. The process in terms of phase 1 has begun. And phase 2, which is the actual turning of the sod and building, will be done will be commenced in the first quarter of next year. The Minister of Finance has confirmed the availability of funds to do it. The national contractor has been chosen. One of the things we're going to insist on is that there will be a significant local content of labor, and also significant local contractors will also be involved in some areas required. And that hospital, from the date of turning of sod, will be completed in 2 years. And other than the hospital, one of the main areas on not satisfied that our people, our young people, are accessing all of the facilities that are available to them. And let me start first with tertiary education. It may be that distance is a factor in terms of getting to UE and getting to the UTT campuses, but the fact is the government continues to meet all expenses with regard to education, but distance may be a factor. But I don't think enough people are availing of the free tertiary education that's available to them. In addition to which, it is an industrial constituency, that is Point Fortin and Ably, and I'm still not satisfied that enough young people are availing themselves of the opportunities in the areas of technical and vocational education. And with that in mind, I know that the Minister of Science, Technology and Tertiary Education has sought to improve all of those facilities in Trinidad. I believe, and I know for a fact that a site has been approved for the UTT campus, and it is going to focus on the tech voc subjects and qualifications. That I couldn't give a timeline as to when that project will start, but I think it's certainly in the short to medium term. So education is a focus. I have had discussions within the secondary schools about the capability of those schools to offer to those students technical subjects as well. As you know, it continues to be a concern to me that our boys are doing very well, and I know that many of them who get into the secondary school system are quite turned off very early, and therefore, it's a case of them going to school with empty school books. And we want to ensure that the technical subjects are introduced to them early enough so that they can in fact find an interest in other areas, and that the schools have the capacity to carry those subjects as well. So I would think education it's one of those serious things, serious areas that has been on my mind as well, and we're certainly working towards improvement in that area. Also of major concern, and I have not, I'll admit that I have not been able to do very much, but it speaks to the whole question of issues surrounding local government, where we feel that our people are not being serviced enough. And now that I'm on my walkabouts, I can see that the drainage is, the situation of drainage and roads are just not met with to an acceptable standard. I'm satisfied though that with regard to electricity, all of those constituents and all of those the people of Point Fortin who have made requests to us for assistance through the NSDP program to have electricity in their homes and to have street lights done in the areas. I'm satisfied that we're doing quite a bit with that. We've also lit up 2 grounds in the Salazar Trace area and also in the New Village area. A concern, of course, remains also water. Again, Cabinet has approved 5 desalination plants for Trinidad and Tobago. One of them is to be located in Point Fortin, and that should be done. That should be on stream in 2010, and that is going to help us in the short term. In the medium term, I would say. I'm not sure how long it takes to do a plant, but in the meantime, I just wish for persons to contact us if there are severe shortages in their area, so that we can in fact liaise with the Ministry of Public Utilities, who've been extremely helpful in helping us to ease the water woes in the peninsula. We continue to be interested as well, and I continue to have a great interest in the industrialization of the area. As you know, Lebray and Point Fortin are going to join as the borough of Lebray and Point Fortin. I'm not sure what the name is going to be, but the focus will be on the industrialization for the peninsula as well.
Wow. A lot of plans there. You're increasing the extent of your representation with that sub-office. You're making sure that people have access to you every day should they need to. The desalinization plant would not just bring water, but job opportunities, work opportunities, secondary, post-secondary education. I can see the vision for your constituents, and you're working very hard to achieve it.
Yes.
Minister, thank you very much for your time. I know that you have a lot to do with what's happening next week. Is there any parting word that you'd like to leave with us?
For the people of Point Fortin, I know it's a difficult time for them with regard to all of the issues that are before them, but I just ask that they be patient and that they know that tremendous representation is being made on my part to the government, with the government of Trinidad and Tobago, to ensure that their needs are met. But I do understand their frustration. With regard to the citizens of our country, I wish for them to engage with the government in seeing the true vision which Trinidad and Tobago has, and to see the reality of us realizing Vision 2020, which will in fact embrace opportunity for a tremendous and bright and prosperous future, certainly for generations to come. And I ask them to join with us and to be positive despite all of the negativity which the world faces in the promise that this government has for Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Yeah. Okay.